Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third of 3 panels. And this is the international aspect of the digital single market that the European Union is trying to promote within the European Union. How can this digital single market of 500 million people cooperate with others around the world to expand their businesses and to benefit their consumers as well? We would like to begin, if we may, with Pearse O'Donoghue of the European Commission. You know him well from the last couple of panels. Pearse, we'd like you to have some opening comments on this cooperation, in mind that there was a memorandum of understanding that was signed between Japanese companies and EU companies. And this is, of course, supported by the European Union and the Japanese government that want to create the right environment for this to happen regarding the Internet of Things and all things digital. Pearse, please.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of the work that we have been doing over the last 2.5 years with the new Commission under President Juncker has been on the digital single market. But the primary overarching objective of the entire European Commission, ratified by the heads of government of the European Union, is for growth, competitiveness and employment. And the digital single market policy, the strategy, is aimed directly at that. But we can't have growth, competitiveness and employment if we cut off an island of Europe and we are not actually fully plugged in to the digital global market, to the developments in trade, which have just been discussed on the other side of this hall, and to the significant changes which digital technologies and ICT are making to all industrial sectors. So this isn't just about the ICT sector, this is about all areas of economic activity. And there is no more telling proof of the impact that digital technology, digitization, or ICTs will have on all sectors of the economy than the Internet of Things. It is actually the vocation of this technology and of the policies that we're pursuing to actually ensure that all sectors, whether it's agriculture or health or transport or logistics and many others, construction, are all as digitalized and as modern and as competitive as possible. Again, that has to be in a global context, and we want to ensure that the standards are global, so that if companies invest in producing equipment or services, or if sectors and individual companies in the sectors that I've named buy and take up this technology, that they know that it will be interoperable, that it will be to global common standards that will allow them to go out and operate in a global basis. So in that context, it's very important for Europe that we have outreach, that we have direct contacts with all of the key global partners. And therefore, we welcome very strongly the memorandum of understanding that was signed here just earlier this afternoon between the AIOTI, which is the European Association of Industries, and its Japanese equivalent, the ITAC. A very important step in bringing industries directly together. And that's really the point that I want to leave you with. While as we have a very strong policy for digital development of all sectors, and I know that the Japanese government has exactly the same, we want our industries to actually take the lead, because they are the ones who know how, in fact, to apply this. They are the ones who will actually have to spend the money and invest in these technologies. And above all, they have need for a common ecosystem that they themselves have contributed to. So the Internet of Things requires a different approach. It requires a lot of cross-industry working. It requires that there be silos broken down so that we have a cross-sectoral approach, and also that we have cooperation between large and small companies, between traditional industries and innovative industries. And again, that's something which I know is very strong in Japan, something that we can learn from and share with. But above all, it means that internationally we will have the industries of Europe and Japan working together on international standards, we've already had the same signature between the European Association and the Brazilian Association. And I hope that in the future it means that industry, both the developers of technology and those who are called on to use it, will be able to benefit from the work done in the context of this Memorandum of Understanding on standardization and on the work that you have set for yourselves. I would even say to our Japanese colleagues, who are in fact our hosts today as they are the partner country, that we would hope that the same level of cooperation is also used in other areas, such as in 5G, where there is not the same level of collaboration on standards, where there are some countries who are pushing off in one direction, and therefore there is some tension with regard to the setting of standards. That's not the case in IoT. It's not going to be the case in IoT, and I think the Memorandum of Understanding is a very good step in the right direction for our mutual benefit. So thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing a very interesting panel discussion.